Hi, so welcome to this month's podcast. This month I just want to do some sound design actually with Annaliis. Basically right now I'm just playing some chords through Cthulhu. So I've got this pattern here. That's coming from the dice oscillator with only wave 1 active. Wave 1 has got on it a mod triangle wave. But it's got a pulse width. So let's have a listen to how it sounds now. What I like to do, I like to randomize. So I'm showing only the rows with active modulation. Basically, I'm going to randomize these controls here. And I'm graphing the modulation in the window here. There you can hear it, but it's jumping around because there's a square wave involved. So let's change that to something smoother like a triangle. Okay, let's work with that. I'll just save it with increment save, which is top right button here. So we've got try 4. Let's add in a second wave. So let's go to wave 2 and let's turn it up. That's how we activate one of the dice oscillator waves. Let's actually set the detuning randomly. So let's turn detuning of oscillator 1. Let's put it on envelope 1. And let's graph it in green here. And let's put detuning of oscillator 2 on envelope 2 inverted. Let's graph that in blue. And let's only show those two targets at the moment. So but very strange. They're both, it's cent detuning and as opposed to octave and semitone. So you're going to get a consistent pattern there. Interesting shapes up here, but let's put the range of detuning on 1. Okay. Let's put the range of detuning on second one. And let's put let's change the envelope shapes. Okay, that's not bad. But let's multiply the second one with an LFO. So let's pick LFO 1 sawtooth. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go for multi-band saturation. So let's turn on band 2. See how that sounds. Effect. Give it a bigger release. Play around a bit more with these. 'Cause, 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 got some saturation there. Let's add in some wave shaping as well. But let's control the wave shaping amount on 2 with an LFO. So that would be oscillator 1 wave shape amount. So that's going to be graphed in yellow here. You can graph up to 4 distinct destinations. And yeah, basically let's see. Let's have this also under an envelope. But let's use the second envelope and let's have it. So go from nothing to quite a bit of wave shaping and then drop off back down to quite a low level. So let's see how this sounds. That though, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to solo mode this now. Actually means when I hover, where possible, it's going to solo just that mod row. So are you ready? So you can see in here the pulse width modulation changing here in the window. The tuning of the dice wave oscillator 1. It's quite extreme. Here is on the other one, dice wave oscillator 2. So that's less extreme, and then here's the wave shaping. So there, and then if I turn that off, that's all of them together. So we've still only got two oscillators in play here. We can add a third one in. Put it on 6, and let's go for tripulse. So just by the way, how this sounds on its own, we just drop these 2 off back down to nothing. We're just going to hear 6 on its own. It's quite a big sound because of it. We've got the wave shaping and saturation going on. Let's play with the pulse width. We want a little bit of that, but not too much. Let's see. Let's put the pulse width there. So we want the pulse width of number 6. That's going to be graphed in red. Let's basically just give that a little bit of a. Let's use range mode. And I'm going to change the harmonic blend here, which is going to basically balance the spectrum between the early wave numbers like 1 and 2 and the later ones like 5 and 6. So let's see how that changes it. Then there we're getting a much smoother wave. Let's keep the harmonic blend high, and now add in some reverb, plates, London plate. Okay, it's too wet. Okay, not bad. Let's save that actually with increment save. add in some delay. Let's put the chorus on as well and see how it sounds. A bit drier. Add some filtering. So let's use the diode filter. Just set up the controls here. Put both filters on actually, and parameters that I want to tweak, and assign them to my keyboard, which is Korg wave state. Let's put the filter in parallel mode. Okay, that's not bad. What we can also do is play with the other cutoff as well. A different shape from LFO2 as well. Give it a triangle shape. And let's give it a similar range. There's no delay on that one. And then let's play with the LFO parameters themselves. I'm just going to randomize these now. I like that, let's see. And let's give a tweak to the detunings. Filters, and I'm gonna open those cutoffs further up. Okay, I just tweaked the amplitude attack to make it more of a paddy sound. See how it is without the wave shaping. Okay, so there we ended up with something kind of paddish. We could try and give that a bit of saturation in the higher band, actually, see how that sounds. That sounds better, actually. Okay, those chords are kind of driving me a bit nuts. Let's switch over to some broader chords. It's a great tool, Cthulhu. So there we go, we ended up with a kind of interesting pad sound. Starting off with a saw. Default patch is just a saw, but we've got chords going on here. Let's try change it to pulse actually. Actually, you know what? Let's go for the pulse with modulation. Wave. Let's tune this. Okay, so we've turned on tracking. Now the 75 here represents the last MIDI note played. 29, so I'm going to set that to 29. And I'm going to change the speed for the note 29. So okay, that's the minimum actually, 0.01 hertz. So you can hear that, it's very slow. And then I want to go let's make something quite bassy there. It's note 43. I'm going to set that to 43. And I'm going to tune that. So then it's going to go from 29 to 29. Up to 43, so that's just over 1 octave. Okay, let's get the filter straight in there. Let's use diode filter. Okay, sounds good. Let's save that. Let's straight away. So it's like a. Uses the lead, can be used as a bass actually. So let's straight away automate the filter. So let's basically try sample and hold actually on the filter cutoff. So using LFO1, sample and hold. let's change the range. Let's delay the LFO a bit. Okay, let's give it a bit of chorus actually. Let's make that mono. Alright, we've got something pretty good there. And let's give it a bit of movement on the LFO itself, the LFO amounts. So LFO1 amount, let's modulate that by envelope, mod envelope 1, which is this red one here. So